Am I the asshole? For wanting to go on the trip of a lifetime without the kids? Throwaway account because my family members are on here. I F38 and my husband have had a bad year. He had major surgery and I looked after our 6-year-old and 2-year-old for the last 6 months, while helping him recover and working full-time. My parents helped out from time to time, but they are in their 70s, so I only ever asked them to mind the kids maybe once a week and never for more than 2 hours at a time. They are in creche otherwise. A close cousin sent out wedding invites last week. The wedding is next year on the other side of the world to us. A trip of a lifetime basically. We decided we should treat ourselves for once and go. I told my parents we're going and they seemed to be happy for us at first. Then out of nowhere today they called me. Apparently my mother has been upset for days that we'd even consider leaving the kids and traveling so far away. They said they weren't up to minding them at all. I said we were never going to ask them that. We had other relatives lined up. They said even so, they'd still feel totally responsible for them while we're gone, and if anything happened to them we'd be too far away. They said we needed to rethink the decision to go. My Sil would have happily taken them, she has kids the same age and they adore each other. But my parents think our kids wouldn't be happy there and ultimately they'd end up looking after them. I feel totally disrespected as a daughter and mother. I was made to feel guilty for upsetting my mother and for considering leaving my kids for a week. So am I the asshole for considering going to this wedding in the first place? Not the asshole. You're a mother, but your children aren't newborns. They can stay with a family member for a week. It's not like you leave them all the time, it's exceptional and it's for a wedding. You could just as easily have taken a week's vacation with your husband and it would have been just as fine. As parents, you and your husband know better than anyone if your kids are ready. Trust your judgment. Your mother needs to mind her own business. Go on the trip. You have childcare lined up, your mother is not needed and was not asked. Hurt feelings on her part? Control issues? Now, if your mother is getting to you, why don't you have your kids stay for a weekend with your Sil and you can see, for a fact that the kids would be just fine for you to leave them to go to a wedding. And you can shut your mother down. She should be on an information diet, anyway. Not the asshole in any way, shape, or form. Not the asshole. This between you and your husband. Your mother is the R and is being overly dramatic. Go. I feel totally disrespected as a daughter and mother. That's because you have been disrespected. This is not any of your parents' business. This is completely between you and your husband. Plus, their complaints are completely ludicrous. Are you connected to your kids by a rubber band, and if you get too far, it will break with catastrophic consequences? You are definitely not the asshole. Just follow your original plans, they're well thought out. Not the asshole. Do your parents expect you to never take vacations again? I don't know why it's reasonable for them to dictate your kids' care so long as they are left in the care of responsible adults. Their fears over your kids shouldn't dictate how you live your life so long as there's no abuse or neglect happening. Not the asshole. Go tell your mom you're through discussing your travel plans with her. If she continues, tell her she'll be put on an information diet. Sounds like you both deserve a vacation and have childcare covered by a person you trust. You shouldn't have the people you love making you feel guilty. It's a week. The kids will have fun with their cousins. No. And please go. You will regret if you don't. 52F here, married almost 33 years, 4 kids. Go on this trip. Not the asshole. Ignore your parents. Line up your childcare, go, and have fun. If they worry and feel responsible, that's their problem. Not the